Here I go again. It's time to step on some toes. Story time. So within the last few weeks, I literally withdrew myself from an event that was going to be at full capacity. It was a speaking event, and I just think that with everything that's going on right now, with COVID and a few other things, I just didn't think it was in my best interest for me to go. The capacity limit was a little bit more than I was comfortable with, and I just didn't feel like it was in my best interest to put my health at risk. I just decided to do what was best for me and my family. So I withdrew, which is fine. I've done this before, but never under these circumstances. However, but I will admit, this is the second time I've withdrawn from an event, and for good reason. I mean, this is a global pandemic. It's not just a me pandemic. It's not a you pandemic. It's just around the globe. I'm just trying to, preserve my life and my family's life. Just little things like that. The event coordinator was a little bit non-compassionate, but I didn't expect her to be compassionate because, look, she's trying to put butts in seats. I get it. But then today, my assistant said, let's make sure that you are fully off of the event before we actually take it off of our calendar. And sure enough, my name has been deleted from the event, which is fine. But then I noticed something that has really got my blood boiling, but for good reason. It's called diversity, equity, and inclusion. Now hear me out, because I'm going to ruffle some feathers with this one. In my opinion, the only reason I was asked to speak is because of the color of my skin. The speaker who is replacing me looks just like the event coordinator, who does not look like me. And it's the second or third time within recent months or so that people have asked me to speak at events about kind of diversity, equity, and inclusion, but I'm the only person that looks like me. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm used to speaking in places of high net worth, and it's kind of like the game you have to play. But when you now know you are the token, it changes your perspective on things. And so sometimes I turn down things if I feel like I'm going to be the token. And you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to be the reason why this is a diverse event. Oh yes, we support diversity because Carol is going to be there. Yay! And then I realized I did the right thing. Because we can't talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion without addressing the elephant in the room. If you're just going to throw people in places so that you fulfill a quota, then essentially it's not diversity, equity, and inclusion. Are you including people because you're including them because they're qualified? Or are you just trying to make sure that when the pictures come out, they look good? And this is not just for events. This is for corporate America as well. Some of you know what you're doing. You're putting brown people in places that you just want to make sure that everybody thinks everything is good here. And in the meantime, you don't give those brown people a say. You don't give those people of diverse backgrounds a say. You don't give the LGBTQ community a say. You don't give the immigrants a say. You just put them there because it's an optical illusion. Before you're hired as an optical illusion, make sure you know why you're there.